In the heart of South Asia, two nuclear-armed nations are once again staring into the abyss. In the spring of 2025, a deadly attack in the disputed region of Kashmir claimed 26 lives. New Delhi pointed the finger at militants backed by Pakistan. Islamabad denied the charge, calling it a provocation. Missiles were tested, troops were mobilized, and the rhetoric reached a fever pitch. The world holds its breath. Because this isn't a new story. It is the latest chapter in a bitter rivalry, born from the ashes of an empire. This isn't just about a border dispute. It is a clash of identities, a deep wound that has never healed. So, how did we get here? To understand the flashpoint of 2025, we have to rewind the clock. For centuries, Britain's most prized possession wasn't its navy or its industry. It was called the jewel in the crown of the British Empire. It was a source of immense wealth, cotton, spices, tea, and manpower. Millions of Indian soldiers fought for the British crown, including in World War I. But by the early 20th century, the ground was shifting. The calls for independence grew louder, led by two dominant figures with two very different visions. Representing many Hindus was Mahatma Gandhi, who championed a single, unified, secular India. Representing the All India Muslim League was Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who feared that in a Hindu-majority nation, Muslims would be permanently sidelined. This fear gave birth to the two-nation theory, the idea that Hindus and Muslims were separate nations and required separate states. When World War II erupted, Britain once again demanded India's help. Gandhi's party responded with the Quit India movement. Jinnah, however, played a different hand. He maintained dialogue with the British, arguing that a unified India under Hindu leadership would ignore Muslim interests. This positioned him as a crucial voice in what was to come. By 1945, Britain was victorious but bankrupt. The empire was too expensive to maintain. They had promised India its freedom, and now they had to deliver. But how? Faced with the deep divisions, the British concluded that a united India was impossible. They opted for partition. In 1947, a British lawyer drew a line on a map, dividing British India into two new countries, the Hindu-majority India and the new Muslim homeland of Pakistan. What followed was a humanitarian catastrophe. The new borders cut through ancient communities, sparking the largest mass migration in human history. Around 15 million people were uprooted. Muslims in India fled west, Hindus and Sikhs in Pakistan fled east. Amid the chaos, horrific violence erupted. Entire communities were slaughtered. Historians estimate that over 1 million people were killed. It was a brutal, bloody birth for two nations. On August 14, 1947, Pakistan was born. The very next day, India declared its independence. But the British left behind one piece of unfinished business that would poison their relationship forever: the mountainous region of Kashmir. Strategically vital, with rich farmlands and the source of major rivers that are the lifeblood of Pakistan, Kashmir presented a unique problem. The population was overwhelmingly Muslim, making it a natural fit for Pakistan. But its ruler, the Maharaja Hari Singh, was a Hindu. Caught between two powerful new neighbors, the Maharaja hesitated. But he couldn't hold back the tide of history. A pro-Pakistani Muslim uprising began. Fearing a full-blown invasion by Pakistani-backed militias, the cornered Maharaja made a fateful choice. He officially agreed to join India in exchange for military help. Indian troops flew into Kashmir on October 26, 1947. The First India-Pakistan War had begun. Gandhi, an apostle of nonviolence, was heartbroken. His calls for peace made him a target for extremists. In January 1948, he was assassinated. Jinnah saw India's move as a hostile occupation of Muslim land. He fully supported the fight for Kashmir. The war ended in 1949 with a UN-brokered ceasefire. The UN also passed a resolution calling for a plebiscite, a vote for the people of Kashmir to decide their own future. That vote never happened. India insisted the accession was legally final. Pakistan held the smaller western regions. The ceasefire line became the de facto border, known today as the Line of Control. And that is the root of the crisis we see today. For India, Kashmir is an integral part of its diverse, secular nation. For Pakistan, it's the unfinished business of partition, a Muslim-majority region they believe belongs with them. Kashmir is no longer just a piece of land. It is a symbol, a battleground for two competing national identities. It's a conflict born from a messy colonial divorce, where the scars have been passed down through generations. And until that fundamental wound is addressed, the world will continue to watch this flashpoint, hoping the abyss never stares back. So if you feel I missed a detail, or you have a different perspective to share, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.